Morning everybody, it's still January and it's cold. Feels colder than it actually is, I think. We haven't had any snow here. Well, we had the teeniest little covering yesterday morning, which went really quickly, and as you can see we now have none at all. Chesney is on the yard because I'm going to paint soles of his feet in a minute with the hardener stuff, which so far is working. It took quite a long time to harden up his back feet, or soles on his back feet, but a bit croaky today, don't know why, but they are a lot better. So that is why he's standing there. It's Saturday, so the yard is a mess because it's ready to be swept. Basil is eating his breakfast, and so is little Tom Tom. You eating your brekkie, Tom Tom? Yeah? Tommy has had a rug on a couple of days over the last 2 days because of the nasty cold sleety rain, haven't you? So that's why he's looking a bit cleaner and covered in shavings this morning. Anyway, I'm going to get on and change their rugs and do Chesney's feet because they will be desperate to go out shortly, so I'll see you in a bit. Quick shot of Chesney munching his huge breakfast. Okay, Tom Tom, you ready? Come on then, good boy. Good boy. Show everyone how clever you are. Good boy. Oh, except they won't be able to see because it's so dark. There you go. Clever, aren't you, turning round? Can I do this with one hand? Oh, yes. It's a good boy. It's a bit dark, isn't it? Let me take my glove off. What do we have in our pocket this morning, Tom Tom? Ooh, healthy minty treats this morning. Healthy minty treats. One more? Good boy. It's a good boy. What are you listening to? Good boy. You're a good boy then. I've decided to put his rug on today because it's going to be horrible tomorrow. And if he gets really, really muddy today, I won't be able to get his rug on tomorrow. So it's still going to be cold today, isn't it, Tom? Alright then, monkey, you have a nice day. So it's quite light now. I've done Chesney and Tommy's stable. I'm just going to do Basil's, but I'm scrubbing out the buckets at the moment with nice hot soapy water. Can you see the steam? Maybe. The boys are out, if you can just see their bottoms munching. So they're pretty happy. We've got a lot of mud, and the water trough over there seems to have stopped working because there's hardly any water in it, so it's not filling for some reason. I know it's been icy, but even when it's not filling. But because they're a bit dopey, they still keep standing there as though they haven't got any water, whereas they have a perfectly good water trough over here. So I am toying with the idea today of putting a hose in it to fill it, because I don't really know what else to do. Because they seem to be being very dopey and standing by the trough where there's no water in, rather than going to the trough that there is water in. Either filling it or moving the electric fence, because then when the electric fence is this side of it, they know they can't get to it, so they go to the other one. So I don't know, they make no sense to me at all. Anyway, I'm going to crack on with the finishing the mucking out and sweep the yard. And I'll see you in a little while, and we will try and get to see the horses in a little bit. If you can see, I have a little friend in Chesney's stable, just picking up the bits of hay that I haven't quite, well, I said I finished Chesney's early, didn't I? I haven't quite finished sweeping out the last little bit. There's one there, and then he's gone now, but where Chesney eats his breakfast over here, he spills food, and in the morning they usually come with a robin and eat it all. But he's over there now. The other blackbird. I'm going to focus on him, digging in the leaves, but he was on the yard a second ago. Good news, they are drinking out of this water trough. So I'm not going to worry about filling the other one, because this one seems to be filling fine. So that is a relief and a good news. Tommy has gone over there. He was at the water trough. He's now gone over there. Basically, I had to fence the field off again because Tommy, over Christmas, being very difficult to get in, and it's much easier to manage when it's in a half the field, a smaller area. So I fenced half the field off, so you can see where they've not been. But it sort of blew down a bit in the last couple of days. So in a minute, I'm going to go down and shore it all up again. But obviously it looks quite nice over there, I suppose, because it's not as brown. But to be honest, they'd eaten it anyway, and it won't have grown because the grass isn't growing now. So anyway, I'm really pleased about the water trough. I have nearly finished mucking it. So on Saturday I try and clear out the steamer box because water sort of accumulates in the bottom, which is a bit frustrating. So I have to scrape out all the hay. And then I have to tip it up. I try and do it when it's not long after it's finished steaming, obviously a little while, because it would be steaming and too hot. But I try and do it while the water in there is still a bit warm, because at this time of year your hands kept freezing. Because it's got little holes in the end here. So if I tip it right up, which is a bit ridiculous because I nearly end up in it, it's supposed to come out. Well, it does for a little bit. And then the holes start getting blocked up with bits of, I suppose, bits of hay and bits of dust and stuff from the hay, so it stops coming out. So I have to use my fingers. I just have to run my hand up and down to try and keep it clear. And I usually find some more hay. So it's a great idea putting the holes in, and obviously it's so useful, but it doesn't just all drain out very easily. It's a bit echoey because I'm practically in the box. I always wear a hat when I'm doing this as well, because obviously there's still some dripping from the bottom, which is above my head. So it's now raining, cold icy rain, and I'm going to have to keep the camera near me because actually it's a bit windy and you won't be able to hear a word I say. So I'm going to put this fence back up. The boys will think I'm going to move the fence, so we'll be over here pretty quickly. But the ice has got, I guess where it's it's melting in, it's got like rings. Oh, so I might get some splodges on the camera in a minute from the rain. So we're going to walk down here. There's quite a lot of it came down. To be honest, it came down on Thursday, but it's pitch dark when I come to the horses. I can't actually see to put it back up, so I'm going to do this. So I just done a little walk around the bottom of the field to check the fence, and now I want to show you my new toys that came yesterday for the horses, which they are mostly enjoying. I don't know what Tommy's looking at. So the idea behind these, and I'm sorry that they're really bad, it's the weather, it's not the focus, it's because it's driving rain. The idea of these is that obviously it keeps the hay, I have seen them used before, but it keeps the hay more dry inside, and it's they can't walk through it and spread it around so much. However, looking at that, Basil and Chesney seem to be doing a very good job of spreading it around. Now I bought two because Chesney, Basil will share with Chesney or Tommy, but Chesney won't share with Tommy. So I decided I didn't need three because they're not cheap. But I could manage with two because Tommy would be able to get some if I just had two. He obviously has decided at the moment he doesn't need any. But they have made quite a mess. I'm a bit disappointed, I have to be honest. They seem to just be pulling it all out the sides. These are from Hay Hutch, and as I say, I've seen them used before. I've eaten a bit of this one, but a lot of the hay on the floor around this one is from... I did put some hay piles on the ground yesterday morning before these came. A lot of other hay things you can get for the field, they don't have a lid. But basically, I mean, surely that just means the rain and everything goes in and then it spoils. So this must keep better. But also, more than one horse, well, these lot won't share both putting their head in hay in a small hole, because a lot of them aren't much bigger than the hole on that. And if you imagine two horses trying to get their heads, well, they wouldn't. So I like the fact that they can stand either side of it and eat. There's 3 holes around them. So like Chesney and Basil are doing, they're standing either side of it. So they're slightly out of each other's way. But they do just seem to be pulling out. Obviously Chesney has now decided Basil's got the nicer hay. Sorry, thought I'd better jump out of the way then, in case I got mushed. They just seem to be pulling out the holes and eating off the floor, but they still can't walk through the whole pile, so I guess there's still an advantage. Tommy, I think, is just having a little rest now, really. It is really a horrible day. I was hoping to ride, but I have to admit I'm not feeling quite so keen now, that because it's actually really sort of cold, driving rain, and it's a bit windy as well. It was supposed to be horrible tomorrow. I didn't think it was going to do this today. Anyway, so they should have plenty of hay. Between the 2 of these hay hutches, they had a whole bale that I put in yesterday late afternoon, and they hadn't eaten much by the time they came in yesterday, so the other one must have at least half a bale in, so I'm hoping it'll last at least today, and that I won't fill them every day, because obviously it's pitch dark in the week before and after work, so it's difficult to fill them anyway. I'll let it go. He's being more sensible now and eating that. So the stables are finished. I've checked around the fence. The horses are relatively happy. I think they'll probably want to come in early today and tomorrow though, because of the weather. So I think I'm going to go home. I haven't managed to finish raking the arena because I did half of it a couple of weeks ago, but it's basically been frozen too much to rake since then. So it's been... Tommy's given me so he's done half of it. He's alright. I'm glad I put his rug on though, considering this freezing rain. I mean, I'm sure everyone will say he'd be fine, but they're all tucked up here by this hedge as well, so it's if I zoom out and walk backwards a little bit, you can see this side of the field, which is where the wind and the rain usually comes from. They can tuck up along this nice long hedge along here, and it's nice at the bottom there as well. So they're alright. So as I say, I think I'm going to go inside, or go home and go inside and get warm, because I now can't feel my fingers or my toes. So I will see you later, probably when I come back to get them in tonight. So, back again. I've mixed up their dinner. I'm just topping up Basil's water, because now he's having a water bucket. Basically, he pooed in his water trough over the Christmas, and I have cleared it out and refilled it and cleared it out and refilled it and did it so many times, but he still wouldn't drink out of it, and obviously you don't want to leave them without water. So he's now having a bucket like Chesney, which is a bit frustrating because it means the automatic waterers are not being used at all. There you go. If anyone has any suggestions of how I can make clean this enough that it'll taste better, please let me know. So a minute ago they were waiting to come in. Now they seem to be looking at something. Let's hope they'll still come in. Chesney will want to come in, but it's where the other two do. Come on then! Tommy's going the wrong way. Come on, you two! Ches! That's all, come on! It hasn't actually been raining all afternoon, but the ground's still quite... Well, I decided the arena was too hard to go in this afternoon. This is not looking hopeful. Right, I think I'm going to have to get Basil's head collar and catch him, so I will update you in all. So I managed to get him in eventually. Tommy was a bit tricky tonight. I want to weigh take them today. See where we are. Now's about the time they usually start losing a bit of weight, maybe, if they haven't already. But as you would have noticed, they usually go into the winter carrying a bit extra, so it's not a particular problem. No. I'm about 5'11" kilograms, so I think he's still fine. Okay, I'm going to give him a quick little plastic curry comb. He quite likes this. It gives him a bit of a scratch. Does it give you a bit of a scratch? I don't do the clips bit. I'll give it obviously. But I'll say it gives him a bit of a scratch. So there we are, all snuggled up. Good boy, all snuggled up. Right, everybody, I think I'm going to have to stop the vlog today because I think Basil has got colic. I'm going to have to call the vet. Oh, he's stopped now. He's just been digging the floor, as you can see, and kicking out. If it is, then it must be spasmodic because he seems to be okay again now. Okay, so I think we've decided that was just having a bit of a strop, which he does occasionally do. He has now been to the toilet and is eating hay, and I can hear his tummy gurgling, so I think he was just having a strop because I was brushing Chesney at the time, so slightly messed up the my vlog for today. But I'm just going to monitor him for another quarter of an hour or so to check he is okay before I go, and then I shall come back probably in a couple of 2 or 3 hours and check he's still alright, and I can look at his stable. I've tidied up his stable a bit to make it tidy again, so then I'll be able to tell. So Tommy's a bit confused why I'm hanging around, aren't you, Thomas? Hey, you're a good boy. Yeah, it's going to be a horrible day tomorrow, Tom. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. So I didn't end up doing the weight tape of Tommy or Chesney, but I will do them tomorrow. Now, for January. Sorry about the sort of panicky rushed end of the video. Fingers crossed he hasn't got colic, so we're going to keep watching him, like I say. And I'll see you again soon. Take care. Bye.